Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Karen's Stamp Pad. My name is Karen Scott, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So, welcome to today's lives. Today, I am playing with the Translucent Florals. So, a little break from the Christmas stuff. Um, I've been wanting to play with this set since I got it, and I haven't, but I just love the stamp set and the dies that go with it. So I have made a couple of cards that one of them is going to be sort of easy stamping, but I'm going to be bringing in some masking paper and using that. So we'll play around with that, and the other one is going to be using the stamp set and dies. So anyway, I've been playing with this for a couple of days and making up some presents for teachers. So anyway, I still have I've got other people that I have to gift to, and I am going to carry on playing with this stamp set and dies for a bit. So I will show you what I have, and we'll get to playing. So if I believe this was a online exclusive. So I've put in the information if you want to get this and you don't have it. I've put the information in there, the number and the cost. So hello, Denise. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday, isn't it? Hell, almost the weekend. Hello, Margaret Ann. Jean, hello. First time catching me live. Well, thank you for joining me. Tell us where you're from. And so I am going to just get to stamping. If you're interested in a card class to go, let me know, and I will put together all the pieces and send it out to you. And it all the information is in my little blurb. So down below, I guess, or up above if you're on Facebook. So anyway, let me turn my camera down and let's get started. So okay, so this is the stamp set, and I didn't put the dies on a magnetic sheet to show you, but there is dies to cut out these images, stamped images, and there are some to put together flowers, which I haven't played with yet. I think it would look because of the stamp set. I think it would look better if it was vellum paper, colored vellum, and then you could put them together and it would look like the stamps. So anyway, so the first card I am going to do, so I've already done a variety, but it's kind of the same layout and just different ones. So the first one that I'm going to show you is playing around with the so it's simple stamping and just using the die set, and like I said, or the die set, stamp set, and then we are going to use the masking paper so that it doesn't stamp over each other. So anyway, I thought I would so I've done all of the same cards here, and I've put them in those boxes I was telling you about that are sold out. I'm sorry. And just decorated the front, and I'm going to gift them. So I've just done a set of 4. I have some boxes in some previous videos from probably about a year, maybe 2 years ago, that show you how to make boxes that you can use in place of this. So check that out if you want a box. So I have these ones I have done with the stamp set and dies, and I have also I've just done it. I love the colors the Melon Mambo and the Orchid Oasis. So I've done a set of 4 cards in that, and then pulling in the paper. So pulling in the designer series paper. I've used the not stitched rectangles, the deckled rectangle dies, and did some pulling in the paper. There's some solid colors on the back, and so anyway, I've been having some fun with this. So I think it is one of my more one of my favorite flower sets, I guess, is so let's see. Hagerstown, Maryland. Chilly evening. Oh, well, welcome, and keep warm. You make your own boxes. Good. Hello, Chanel. Thanks for joining me. All right. Oh, before I forget, I brought down my iPad, and let's get the last one I did was last Thursday because I wasn't here on Tuesday. It was Halloween. Hello, Felicia Johnson from Pennsylvania. Welcome. Wow, Maryland, Pennsylvania. Boy, I sure a lot of people out there. Margaret Ann won last week and on Thursday. And so everybody that commented on the video on Facebook or on YouTube gets entered into a draw for a retired embellishment or a card if you're in the States. So let's see who wins today. Ooh, is Sherry Campbell. And I think it's either Sheree or Sherry. But anyway, I will contact you and get a I believe where you're from, probably a card. If I remember, you are in the States. But okay, so let's get stamping. All right, the first card that I'm going to do, like I showed you, I'm going to do some stamping. So I'm going to pull in just a hello, Kim. How are you? And yes, wow, I've got a few people joining me today. Thank you so much. So I'm going to pull in some grid paper, and so that I can stamp. Now I've gone ahead, and the nice thing about this with the I don't know if you've invested in it, but the paper, the masking paper, you get quite a bit of it in a package, and I use the dies, and I cut out several of the, hopefully I cut them out the right way. This one might be upside down and backwards, and it is. So I'm going to have to cut another one of those. So give me a sec. You have to don't do what I do. You have to cut it in the on the right way. Otherwise, your image is backwards. So I'll pull in my dies, bring in my masking paper, and I think it's my big one that I need. So make sure that the piece that peels off is on the back side. When I cut the other one, it wasn't. So I just need one of those. I'm just going to cut that. And then you'll see how easy stamping, just the easy stamping is. All right. I'll put that down. And So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take one image first. And I think what I'm going to do is I've got everything on blocks already. And some of the colors in the paper, which I'm not using today, is there's Pretty Peacock. And I'm going to use that for my green. The first cards that I did, I used shaded spruce, but I like the Pretty Peacock better. So I'm just going to ink that up, and let's figure out which way we're going to do the card. Maybe this way. So I have cut out a piece of 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I used the deckled rectangle dies to cut that out. I'm going to just stamp that, and look how pretty that is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my masking paper, and you watch, I won't be able to get that off this week either. Oh, yes, I am. Hello, Kathy. How are you today? And I cut this one. Oh, and I cut this one out backwards too. See, don't do what I do. So in comes this again. Ugh, and here I thought I was organized. All right. One more. Bear with me. I'm sorry. All right. So I'm not sure if my little guy's watching. Last week he was watching me. He was sending me pictures of my Facebook Live because he couldn't figure out how to comment. So I'm not sure if he's commenting yet or on today. So, but he's determined that one day he's going to come on alive and stamp with you. So, all right, so we're going to take our masking paper, and I'm going to put it in. Now, remember when you cut this out, there is, when you die cut your images, there's a little bit of a white border on the outside. So remember that when you are putting it down, because you don't want that great big huge gap. So I try to line it up as close as I can to the stamped image. All right. Now I'm going to, so I'm using the Orchid Oasis, and I'm going to bring in my Melon Mambo as well. So I think what I'll do is I'll go with the Melon Mambo. I'm going to open these up and hope I don't have any accidents. So I'm just going to move some stuff. All right. So I'm going to take the big flower, and I'm going to stamp that in the Melon Mambo. And it is quite juicy. And I'm just going to line that up there. So you are going to get a little bit of an edge on it anyway, but I'm going to leave that here for a second. I'm going to take my big flower masking paper. And I'm going to put that on my big flower. Now you can get as crazy as you want with this. And I'm hearing yeah, Cullen just messaged me and said he is watching. So say hi to my little guy, guys. All right, so now I'm going to take my small flower. So this is the card that I'm doing, but I'm going to change the sentiment on it. All right, and I'm going to use my Orchid Oasis, and I'm going to put that on there. It's a little more of a border than I want, but now, again, the masking paper. If I can get it off the back. And you can reuse these. So stick them in your stamp case. And bring in my pretty peacock. And I'm going to stamp some greenery. All right. So I'm finished with this side. And I'm going to move my masking paper just so I have less of a border on this side. And I'm going to put another flower right there. And take that. And it is actually pretty quick. And some greenery there. So we'll pull off our masking paper. I've ripped it. And there we have a really cute card. So all we need now is our saying. And seeing as I've done just a note, I need some thank you cards. And I'm going to put thank you on there. So you can take your sponge dauber and you can do the outside edge if you want. The only thing that I did, let's bring in our card base, which is, oh, thanks guys. And I'm going to, so it's your standard card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to pop it up just to give it some dimension. Pull that out for now. All right. So let's put that on there. And then what I want to do is I'm going to take my rhinestones, if I can find them. So I moved everything to the side. All right. And I'm going to color them, and so for the big flower, I'm going to put one right in the center. So I'm going to use my Melon Mambo, stamp and blend, color that in, and I guess I'll do some small ones too. Gonna add your bling. And if I can get it up, I don't have enough putty on there. There we go. All right. So there's a nice, simple card, just doing easy stamping and using masking papers. So thank you, Margaret Ann. Oh, hi, Bilkis. How are you? For the greenery, Jean, I used Pretty Peacock. So There's our first card. So let's put that out of the way, and I will bring in the card that I moved. And this is the second card that I'm going to make. So I'm using the Melon Mambo again. And thank you, Kim. So this is sort of the same sort of design, except I'm going to use the Vellum Basics. This is the Vellum Basics, and I'm going to do it in the Orchid Oasis again. So, and using the die cuts. So we'll bring in our card base, and what I'm going to start to do just to hold this down is just put a little adhesive on the corner that I know I'm going to cover. And so that's it. Now I've gone ahead and stamped. So you saw what everything looks like stamping. So I don't have to show you how to do that. I've gone ahead and cut some. You see, I've got quite a few cards on the go, and you know I'm going to do more. So anyway, I'm going to do a set using the Vellum Basics and do this card. And so I'm going to start just by putting my greenery down. And I'm going to use my liquid glue. And put that. Oh, and you can put it anywhere you want. I'll put that there. I'm going to use, actually, I'm going to scooch it up just a bit so we see more of it. I'm going to take this and put it here. I'm going to pop it up. I need to clean my stamps. I'm getting messaged. So Denise Cullen says thank you, and he said he loves it, so it must be my card. I'm gonna have to teach him how to comment on lives. All right. So I'm going to put that on there, make sure it's not hanging over the edge. And I'm going to glue that under there. So the other thing I was going to show you is such pretty paper that comes with the, it doesn't come with the bundle, but you can buy it separately. And that is one of the online exclusive papers. Oh, not online exclusive. It was a special. They had all kinds of different papers that you could buy. And that is, the paper is one of them. So I'll grab that and I'll show you. But if you don't have boxes, I did a video, I believe it was 2 years ago. I was looking for it actually to see, to show you how to put together a gift bag. So if we have time, I will grab the paper and quickly show you how to put together your own gift bag that you can put these cards in too. And it's not that difficult. But that's up to you guys. Oh, thank you, Kim. I love the colors. I love this Orchid Oasis, and I'm really, really falling for this Melon Mambo. It's becoming one of my favorites. I liked it especially with the Marigold and Bright Sweet, and using these two colors together, using the what do you call it, the Christmas bulbs. All right, so we've got that. Let's see, do I need any more greenery? I don't think so. I think that'll probably be enough. So I've got lots more. I can always add to it, but I think that's enough. And again, I'm going to put some rhinestones to, I think it really adds to that one flower that you put the center in. It just kind of makes it pop. So I'm going to save these two for now. I'm going to do my sentiment. So I've got a piece of, this is just a 1-inch strip of paper. I'm going to bring in my thank you. Pull it closer, sorry. Hopefully you don't see my head. So I get it right. All right. And then I guess I should show you, because not everybody would have that punch, but all right. Let's just make or flag it. So cut in the center and then from the sides to the center. All right. And I'm going to pop that up. I'm going to put it there, and now I'm going to put my rhinestones on. I'll put one on there, maybe one down there. So there you have our second card. So anyway, let's see, what time is it? I don't want to keep you guys too long. Did you want? Yeah, they're such pretty colors. All right, so I'll leave it up to you guys. It's 4:30 now. I know I've gone longer before, but if you want, I will pull in. Yes, Denise, our time changes too, so we are going to fall back an hour, get an extra hour of sleep. That's yes, I like that. I like to sleep. So you guys let me know. Thanks, Felicia. If you want to stick around, and I will show you how to make a little gift bag using the designer series papers. So if not, that's okay. And I can always do that another day, but here I'll show you some of the paper. It's so pretty, and I love this. Just the greenery, and you see the pretty peacock in there. There he is. Berry burst. I like the pink, the bubble bath, but I don't know. My ink pad doesn't seem to the ink on the ink pad doesn't seem to be the same as the cardstock. So I'd have to use a different color, that just sort of a matching color. But anyway, so this is some of the paper. So sure, bring on the bag. Okay, awesome. It's going to be quick and easy, I promise. So let's just pick one of these. I'm gonna go with the greenery and the pretty peacock. So put that aside, bring in my paper trimmer. All right. So the first thing you need to do is you get 2 pieces of your designer series paper. And I'm going to, you can make it different sizes. Just make sure that the bottom is wide enough to cover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it. I'm going to do it at, or not cut it, but I'm going to score on all 4 sides at 2.5. So you could do 2 inches if you want. You can do 1.5. It'll make a wider bag, but or not wider, longer bag, but thinner. But I like the let's do 2.5. So we're gonna squirt it 2.5. Okay, here's second piece. See, I said I needed to clean my stamps. I'm almost put my paper in one of my stamps. Now that would have been horrible. All right, so does everybody have like a hole punch? I got one from the dollar store. I think Stampin' Up! Used to sell one years ago, but I got one from the dollar store, just a handheld punch. I have a crocodile too, but I find the handheld punch is easier. So now what we're going to do is we are going to just kind of, you don't want to use push down too hard using a bone folder. So I'm just going to burnish my edges with my fingers, and I'll do that on both pieces. I love this paper. It's so stunning. It would make nice simple cards too, just using the paper and putting a sentiment on. All right, so now I want to have them both sort of the same way and going up if it's directional. So I think we're good there. So I'm just going to fold down, decide which is my outside and which is my inside. So I think I'm going to have the floral pattern on the outside. I'm going to have a lip on the top, and then I'm just going to fold it in like that. Okay, so do that for both pages. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to flip it over, and I'm going to just tuck one edge under the other. Okay, so it's up there. I'm going to hold it in place, and I'm going to put some, you can use Stampin' Seal, or not Stampin' Seal, tear and tape. I find this holds pretty good, this Stampin' Seal. So I'm just going to put 3. I'm sticking to it. All right, there. So again, it's tucked under. And we're just going to glue that down. And we need to glue this as well. All right, now the other side is going to be a little trickier. But all we're going to do is tuck one under the other. And whichever one kind of, if you notice, I'll show you. See, this one looks a little better, a little more even here. If you put it down this way, it has a little bit of a lip showing. And it doesn't, and that's if it lays flat. So you'll find sometimes these don't lay necessarily flat. All right. So I'm going to just get underneath here and put a couple strips of my glue here and then under here just to tack it down. All right. So now what we do, see how easy this is? We're going to take, now we've got our bottom piece and we are going to cut the sides. Oh, hello, Dorothy. Oh, Bling Bling Crafter, you're back. So, okay, so now we're going to cut the bottom because we need to tuck it in. And then sort of miter the edge, not sort of, but miter the edges because you don't want this sticking out. So just cut a little piece off. All right. Oh, Felicia, you made 3 cards using this DSP. Yeah, it's so pretty, isn't it? All right, so we're just cutting up to the score line. Miter these edges. Now, what I should have done before I put it together was punched my holes, but I'm going to do it the hard way. If it's laying down over top of each other, the two pieces, then you kind of get an even, you can punch the holes evenly. So let's put one of the solid pieces in. Put some glue. Now you could use liquid glue too. I don't have the patience to wait for it to dry. But liquid glue will hold it. Okay, so I put tape on both sides of these. So tuck one of the bigger pieces in. We're going to put that down. And this stuff does hold. I've made quite a few gift bags for the kids for their birthday presents when they go to birthday parties. And then tape that one down. So now you've got a nice bottom. You don't see the things. And on the inside, you can't see it, but it's nice and flat. So you don't see the 2 small cutouts on the sides. And you can just push it down, make sure it sticks. And so grab my hole punch. And this is I just have a little ruler. So I'll go in and measure and just push it all the way down. So 2 inches from each side. Like I said, if I had a thought of it before I glued these pieces together, I could have lined them up and it would have been, I wouldn't need the ruler. But this works. Now I need some ribbon. So give me a second. I'm going to grab some ribbon. I have a ton of retired ribbon. So I'm going to use, this is Pretty Peacock, and it's an old, a few years old. So I don't know, it's probably about a foot and a bit. And I used to put, what do you call those? And use the crocodile to push them in. I can't remember what they're called, but that takes some extra work, and then you need to buy the supplies for that. And so just feed this through and tie the ends together. And the fact that this is folded over, it makes it sturdier. So unless you've got a really heavy gift, you don't have to worry about it ripping. All right. So let's see, pull that. There we go. Now we have our little gift bag. And you can make a tag to go with it. So you've got more designer series paper left, and you can do that, but you can do this with any of the designer series papers that are out there. So you've got birthday bags, you've got Christmas bags, that kind of thing. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. Did you not line the bottom with the cardboard? No, I didn't. You had the paper last time you did the bags. No, I don't think I lined it with cardboard. I don't think I've ever lined it with cardboard, Margaret Ann, but yeah, no, it's pretty thick there. So just don't put anything too heavy in it. But yeah, that's so there's your bag and your cards, wherever they are, that we've done. And so just get some tissue paper, and if you don't have boxes or you don't make boxes, then you can just put your cards in, wrapped in tissue paper, and gift them like that. So there you go. That's it for today, and not bad. See, that only took 15 minutes. So anyway, I'm going to carry on. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Dorothy. All right, let's see. All right, so that's it for me today, and I'm gonna sign off for now and go back to making some more of these cards, so that and some bags. I've got a couple packages of this designer series paper, so I'm going to be playing and making my Christmas gifts. Hi, Nancy. Thank you. And yeah, so that's it for me today. So I've got to run and and make some dinner. But I will be back on Tuesday at 4 o'clock. So I hope to see you all then. I will, I'll do another draw and on Tuesday. So until then, bye for now.